spoke with Mrs. Mills several times. The first was shortly after she committed the murders.
Objection.
The defendant admitted she murdered her family.
No, she did not. She stated that she killed them. Does not become murder until the people establish the necessary mens rea. It is the defense position that a mental defect prevented her from ever forming the requisite intent.
Sustained.
Please continue, Lieutenant.
I spoke with her shortly after she killed her husband, Julian, her daughter, Rachel, and her son, Charlie.
And how did she act?
She was traumatized by their deaths. She was emotional. She was disoriented.
Did she appear sane?
Yes.
What about the last time you spoke with her?
I've been a cop for 20 years and never in my career have I seen anything like this. She convinced herself that murdering her children and murdering her husband was the only choice. So this woman deserves to be in prison. She's not legally insane.
How many years have you been a professional psychiatrist?
I'm not a psychiatrist.
A psychologist?
I'm just a cop.
So you really can't tell us whether or not Mrs. Mill is a card-carrying schizophrenic who hears voices telling her to kill her family?
No, but the psychiatrist can. You heard Dr. Abernathy's testimony. She said that the defendant did not hear voices.
So then is it fair to say, in your professional opinion as a cop, that when you spoke with Mrs. Mill after the killing, she did not appear to be legally insane?
Yes, that is correct.
And what about earlier? Earlier, when she raised the knife and plunged it into the tender bodies of her children and her husband, the three people that she loved the most in the world. What about that? Did she appear to be insane to you then?
Unfortunately, I wasn't there then.
But that's the moment. That's the only moment that matters. Isn't it, Lieutenant?
I said not at work. I know, but... Oh, damn it, Al, I hate work games. Okay, we'll talk.
Those are pretty.
I said not at the office. And he said that they're not for me.
Who are they for?
Smooth. Yeah. How was court?
How do you think?
I couldn't even step into that building. I don't care if she's crazy. That woman should be taken from the earth.
You know, last night I put Noah to bed, kissed him goodnight, I turned out the light, and then I just stood there watching him sleep for 2 hours.
I did the same thing.
Sometimes life just sucks. Amanda, you should keep those flowers. Why? Because sometimes we just need a little pretty. Right?
Hello guys, I'm still here. Hang on.
Across the UK, we'll be reporting on how the day's news affects your life. Join me, Sean Williams, and me, Claudia Liza Vanderpoint.
A full hour of news. Weekdays from 5 on Channel 5.
Stop. Whoever it is who's killing people out there.
I chose a team of cops from all over the Eurozone.
Crime doesn't stop at the border. Neither do they.
It's like for the Justice League. We have no authority to slow the scene.
I'm not ordering you. I'm asking you.
Crossing Lines continues next Thursday at 9 on 5 USA. Also stream on My5.
breakfast. Kellogg's.
So, hello, metaphysics, here it is. It's here in Crackbook. You should have the freedom to choose to understand what that means for you, your family, your children, TikTok, social media, all forms of platforms, what that means in terms of the Christmas presents. Hello guys, my live got blocked. We have evidence. I screenshotted it. Hello Crackbook. Hello people who now want to see what the fuck I got to say. Now, remember, I am the step ex-daughter of my mum's going to go mental. Mink Tinker, who owned Shazin Systems, who was involved with the army, with computers. I understood what the Abnadella was. I learnt violence to a whole new level on how metaphysics was affecting army soldiers.
Okay, Rory, I just want you to give me a nice big smile. 3, 2, 1.
And take your clothes off. So anyway, Crackbook, hello there to Metaphysics. That's obviously just blocked my live, and it did actually come up saying my live was blocked. That means evidence posted up now to show that somebody here on Crackbook definitely is playing around with my social media, and it's coming from inside, causing problems with external forces using MASH. Who is the head of MASH? Who shall we say? I don't know. What can we say? Metaphysics thinks it's here to stay, but fuck you cunts, you're not. Maybe I watched too much Transformers and things like robots and grew up with Johnny Five and things. My leg is shaking a lot.
Oh my goodness.
This is my kind of family time.
This is my favorite.
Every human being has a right to justice.
He's my kind of detective.
That's my kind of place.
Oh my. More of the Channel 5 shows you love. Streaming now on My 5.
Anyway, heads back to me, back to this, back to metaphysics, evidence and proof that I've been blocked by Facebook tonight on this live. Hello to the person watching that keeps me completely stand down. I wonder how personal we've got. Luckily, Amber steps in and posts a lot. If a bullet comes to Amber's head or somebody tries to set fire to her house or cause her any problems, being that you will know that she's a British citizen here, the ambassador will be told, stay away from her family, you will not cause problems, because if you do, it will be on your head and publicly shamed upon you, you will be. But to Amber's mum, if Amber continues on this journey, clearly somebody is watching, the spies, the binoculars, AI is watching, our voice are being activated. They are watching our faces. They are scanning and proofing and mirrorizing.
For Rachel.
You had to. And is that what you were thinking when you killed your family?
I was outside of myself. I watched
as another woman stabbed them. She was saving them from the pain, from the ugliness of a life that just
wasn't perfect.
Protect your children. Protect yourselves and your family from alter perspective reality gaming.
If you don't mind, Mrs. Mel.
Keep the gaming away from your families. They will alter your perception and alter your reality and cause you to have paranoia beyond your assertions. Make sure you trap it down this Christmas. It's not the best gift. Don't run away for the presents that everybody thinks is the greatest gift. Stay away from it. Stay away from it. I say to you now, keep metaphysics away. Keep it away.
The one you saw saving your family.
For there is a dark matter way beyond this that's beyond the control of most
like watching
people's...
another woman. I just want to know if you spoke to her before she stabbed your husband and your children.
No,
You tried to stop her?
she wasn't real.
But you thought she was? Isn't that right? I mean, that's your proof that you're insane.
No, I didn't try to stop her.
Because you wanted them dead, isn't that right?
Because I wanted to protect them. They're better off now.
Better off than what?
I'm facing a world without...
Without what, Mrs. Mel?
What, isn't it obvious?
No, it's not.
Without me.
They will play with your minds and alter your perceptions and create a reality that's beyond your objection. They will make you conform to the ways of the world in ways that you could not tell stories or even be around. And then one day, you combust. Just thrown into a hole and a bliss as we are great reset beyond ways we couldn't be told. We were warned and we were warned over and over again, and we ignored all the tail signs, all the things ahead. We ignored the warnings, we ignored the 5 steps, we ignored everything around us, and we threw it.
That is exactly what Anna Mill had in her head. I have to. I have to.
I have to, they said. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to. I must. And then one day, we just bust the stress between us in hearts and our harbours. We open our souls and it twists and we go. We crush and we go and we battle in our minds, and most of us completely froze beyond time.
Ready for Dan and Gloria Steinem telling her, "You are the equal to any man." She heard Hillary saying, "Aim high, but rely only on yourself."
And then one day they call you and they say you have mental health. You've completely lost it. You're mad. You're crazy. You're beyond yourself, out of your mind, completely beyond and out of your head. Come on. Get out of your head and get out of your mind. Come on. There's a world beyond this aside. Get out of the internet. Throw it away. There's a real world right out here. Beyond the gates of your mind. Most of you still locked down. Most of you in your heads. Most of you got a mask upon your faces instead. Most of you walk down, blowing away the oxygen and breathing in contamination and over again. You wear your mask. Why do you do this to yourself?
She can have everything.
As I said to you in 2010, and I say it over and over again, look in the mirror, take off your mask, and if you don't like what you see, I ask you.
This case, it isn't about feminism. It's about what was going on in Anna Mill's head when she stabbed her son, her daughter, and her husband.
Don't let them do it to you. Don't let them go crazy. Don't let them have your children's minds. It will drive them crazy. Go outside and play. Be in the trees. Go plant some trees and warm up the nation. Go clean up the beaches and do something for our nation. Something good, something true, something real. Don't be part of the problem, but be part of the solution. Step into it because it's real. There is something that you can do with the gifts that you have, because the Lord Jesus Christ, he gave them to you himself. He knew you from the day you were born. He knitted you into your mother's womb. He planted the seed in your father's sperm and he made it come 2 by 2. He created you because you were you, and he created you for what you were meant to do. He created you for a purpose. He knows you and he knew you well. He knew you when you came here because you were but a seed. Before then, you were with him, seated right beneath his knees. For you were a daughter and a mother of Christ and a father and a son and to somebody's grandson. And for generations and generations they sit upon us, apparently 400 nations before we can even be born. My mouse gone gammy, it feels like shit. I feel like it's Gandhi's flip-flop. Here in Portsmouth, it's lots of lights up because we all shine a lot. She's been found not guilty on the third count indictment, murder in the second degree, because people couldn't get their heads around that somebody could actually kill, murder, or do anything disgusting to their own children. We have a multi-agency system. It's a circle that goes round. It's seated from people, but in here there's a person. And that person needs to step out of the circle. It's not a square, for it is round. Open it up and break your chains. Take all the dust away and snap up the cranes. And come out and light yourself up. Because it doesn't just have to shine here in Portsmouth, for we shine too. Wherever you are, light up your nation for the next 3 days as we step from autumn into winter. And on Tuesday is my son's 4th birthday. And should have been the day that Dean was released from prison after should have been doing 7 years for stabbing someone. Was he guilty? Was he innocent? We'll never know, for he and that person alone. But I chose to stand by him, for he is the father of my son. But do I want my children alone to be just a Tom Thumb? I don't want to say anything to diss the fathers, for I am not here. I bless the fathers, for the fathers created me with the greatest gift to give me the children that were my gift. I created my children in my womb. I love them dearly. But now let's resume.